Hi friends! Today we're talking about crazy bitches at the bar, and I would like to preface this video with the fact that regardless of gender, anyone can be a crazy bitch, especially at the bar. Crazy bitchness is only fueled by alcohol. Also, I was a bartender for a period of time, so these are going to be stories from when I'm visiting the bar, not from behind the bar, because that's an entirely different topic for another day. Let's get right on into it. So first crazy bitch story that comes to mind when I think of crazy bitches at the bar is this one time when I was in college. This is a great idea. Let me put y'all on something real quick. So in college, our trick to getting in the bar without having to wait in this super long line was to pretend like we had just stepped out for a smoke break. So ideally when the bouncer isn't paying attention or not looking, the line would be on this side of the door, bouncer, and then the little smoking area was here. So it works best if someone is already in the smoking area and you can bum a cigarette off of them for prop purposes only. Then it also helps if you're coming from that direction anyway, so they don't see you pass the line and then circle back. So if your Uber drops you off like on that side of the bar, it works great. So we were in the middle of pretending and we seamlessly got into the smoking section. We're just like hanging out. This other girl comes out, and I don't know if she was just really drunk and not paying attention or if she did this on purpose, leaning towards the latter because she had some words to say later in the evening, but she put her fucking cigarette out on my leg. Like, she gave me a cig burn on my leg. I was turned to the other side and I was talking to my friend, and she was over here, like, got really lazy, loose wrist, let that shit burn through my flesh. I also would like to say in this video, I've never gotten in a fight at the bar, but if there's ever a time for warranting a fight, would have been that. One time I was at a club in Prague and I went into the bathroom, and the bathrooms were kind of weird. I think the men's and women's bathrooms were like connected somehow, so you had to go into this one specific hallway and then everybody kind of feeds out into that hallway before going back out to the dance floor. And I had gone to the bathroom, washed my hands, I was wrapping up, getting ready to leave the bathroom. A man, I don't know if he was coming in to use the bathroom or had just left from using the men's bathroom, got down on his hands and knees and physically prevented me from leaving the restroom because he was proposing. This man got down on his hands and knees in a club bathroom for a fake proposal. Down bad. Literally. On that same topic, there was this guy in college. I never knew his name, and I think it was when I was a freshman and I was at like the freshman bar, and I think he was like a junior or senior at the time, so first red flag. I walked out of the bathroom and he was passing in the hallway because there was 2 rooms to the bar and the bathrooms were in the middle, so you could pass from one room to the next past the bathrooms on the way. I was coming out of the bathroom and he stopped me in my tracks and he was like, "You are my wife." And I was like, what? And he took my phone, put his number in my phone as husband, and I literally never knew his name. Like, and I think he graduated right after that. Like, we never saw each other again, but he would text me occasionally and be like, "Hey wife, how are you doing?" Like, weird vibes. On this same wavelength of strange men at the bar, not necessarily crazy bitches, but very unhinged. This man was probably 6'5", like he was large, and for context, I'm 5'4", so not very large. I was up at the bar with my friends. I was waiting for the bartender to notice and like get our drink order, just hanging out. This man picks me up. And that's like a whole nother level of intrusion, because what can you do when you are being physically lifted? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Someone tell me. Because I could have used that information in this instance. He picks me up and puts me on his shoulder. Like, I'm literally just like sitting on his shoulder. And then he starts like bouncing up and down, and I have had a few White Claws at this point, and my stomach starts feeling like something's brewing, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. Put me down right now or else we're both in trouble. Very much pre-Cassie in the hot tub vibes. If you watch Euphoria, you know. So that was horrendous. This kind of falls on the fence of stories from behind the bar and stories from when I'm visiting the bar, but at the bar that I bartended at, I had to use the bathroom during one of my shifts, so I served everybody who was waiting at the bar and then just kind of put a pause on and ran to the bathroom really quick, and it was really busy, so like we didn't have an employee bathroom, we had to use the like bathroom that was for everybody. And I just cut in front of everybody at the line. I'm not even gonna say I was cutting because like I fucking worked there. And the bar that I worked at was a freshman bar, so all of these girls were just having a time. And you know what, and I don't put it against them because I did the same thing, so whatever. But I cut in front of them and I told the first people in line, I was like, hey, I work here, I have to go to the bathroom really quick, can I hop in front of you? I'll be fast. They were like, oh yeah, no problem, like super cool about it, offered to hold the door. But while I was in the bathroom, the second stall had opened up, so they went into that one. And apparently, the other girls in line were pissed that I had cut them off because they didn't hear the reasoning why. And they ripped the fucking door open. And I'm like squatting, and I'm like, excuse me, can I help you? And they were like, literally, like my pants are down, and they're like talking to me with the door wide open. And there was no door to the bathroom itself either, so like all of this was just happening full display. And they were like, why did you cut us off? And I was like, because I work here and I have to pee really quick, like is that okay with you? And I was like, I'm gonna remember your face, and if you're waiting for a drink at my side of the bar, you're dead fucking last. Close the door right now. I feel like it's also important to mention that I too have been the crazy bitch at the bar, so I'm not holding anything against anybody except for the girl who put her cigarette out on my thigh. I will have a vendetta against her till the day that I die. Because ma'am, what the fuck? One time, this was actually when my bestie came to visit me senior year, and we went to the bar that I worked at, but I wasn't working. And we were waiting in line for the bathroom. She just reminded me of this story the other day. We were waiting in line for the bathroom, and there was a mirror, so I was looking at myself in the mirror and fixing my makeup, whatever, putting more lip gloss on, who knows what was happening. And a different person, like further in the line than me, looked at me in the mirror and made such a disgusted face. Like, she seemed repulsed by my existence. It was on another level. So obviously I saw it, because that's how mirrors work, and turned to her face, and I was like, we're not gonna fucking pretend like that didn't just happen, because I full on saw what you just did. And my best friend told me that that was probably the funniest thing that's ever happened that she's witnessed, and the girl was too stunned to speak. She didn't know what to do with herself. And then after 5 seconds of realization, she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, just don't fucking do it next time. There's a thought. One time I was at this bar, and this was such a strange thing, and I hope she found her friend, but this girl was like, what was she doing? Like flicking water on me. Like, she had her drink and she was like going like this and like flicking it on me. At first it was like the back of my head, and I like felt wetness, and I was like, what is this? And I turned around, and then she was literally doing it in my face, and then I was like, can you stop? Like, why are you doing this? And she realized I wasn't the person that she thought I was. And she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I thought you were my friend, like whatever, but even if I was your friend, why would you do that? She was like, oh, I'm trying to get my friend's attention. Strange. One time my ex and I were at the gay club, and we were literally making out on the dance floor and like dancing together, and this man comes up to us and he was like, hey girls, are you friends? Sir? One time I was in Amsterdam and we went to a gay club, and this woman who was maybe like 4'11", grabbed me by the neck, which was a choice. And then I don't know if she thought this was like sexy, or I'm not really sure what she was trying to do here, but yeah, she grabbed me by the neck and whispered in my ear, probably more like yelling though because the music was really loud, that she could tell that I hadn't been fucked right. That's like ultimate crazy bitch at the bar behavior. Like, why would you lead with the neck grab? You gotta work your way up to that. That's not like the first move that you pull out. Just doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I wish all the crazy bitches at the bar therapy, and I also hope that everybody adds a little bit of crazy at the bar, because it makes life fun, so why not? If all else fails, be a crazy bitch at the bar. Happy Sunday.